Hey y'all, I'm Brittney Howard, Emerald Ambassador, and I'm on here with Kodie Helmer, also Emerald Ambassador. And Kodie and I have been talking a lot over the past week or two, and we have just been having so much fun talking about this business and just brainstorming and just ways to grow and things like that. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Kodie has been recognized recently as top 10% of recruiters out of all of the jewels, which is a big deal. And today she was number 18 on the leaders board out of the entire company for top enroller. So Kodie is going to share with us some of her wisdom about how she does what she does, because she really is phenomenal at sharing these products with people, getting people on board, closing the deal, following up, the whole 9 yards. And you know, in this business, there's really only about 5 skills that you have to learn and get really, really good at to build a really successful business. And when I say really successful, I mean gangsta money, right? We're talking big money. And anytime you endeavor in something new, there's gonna be some skills that you have to learn, right? A lot of people sign up for their network marketing business and they think, okay, well, I'm going to post on Facebook a few times and try it out and see if it works for me. But as soon as they face a little bit of rejection, they're like, oh, well, guess Kodie can do it, but not me, right? But anytime you endeavor in something new, there's going to be some new skills you have to learn. Even if you were to get a job at Burger King, I don't know, you wouldn't just walk up in there and start ringing people up with no basic knowledge of how to run a cash register or what's on the menu, right? Got to learn some new things. So network marketing is no different. And the good news is that if network marketing was a college class, it'd be one of the easiest ones to take. But it's one of the highest paid professions in the world. So it's worth your time and energy and effort to learn the skills and get really good at it. So skill number 1 is how to get people on the products, how to get people enrolled, recruit, whatever you want to call it. You have to learn this basic skill in order to build a successful business. Whether you're going for silver or whether you're going for diamond, doesn't matter. You have to learn this skill. And Kodie is the best of the best at this skill. And so we are going to pick her brain. She volunteered to hop on here with me and just let me pick her brain, ask all the questions that I want to ask, and she is just going to pour into us. Kodie, you have anything you want to add to that before I start drilling you?
No, that was great. I am ready. I am prepared. Hit me with your best questions.
Okay, cool. All right, so first question. I'm sure everybody is thinking this, but a lot of people are scared to ask it. What do you say if you're reaching out to a new contact? I know it's going to depend a lot upon the relationship you have with that person. So just give us several examples for different scenarios, different, relationships, all that stuff. Exact wording. What do you say?
Exact wording. I should have wrote this down.
I'm going to write it down, girl. I'm taking notes.
Okay, so an example of, I'm going to just talk about maybe reaching out to someone who's been on my friends list for a long time, because so often I hear people talk about the relationships. And then I feel like people get stuck in building relationships, but they forget that the people who've been on their friends list for the past years, I don't even know how long Facebook's been out, but it's been out for a while. You've been collecting people all that time. These aren't strangers anymore, you guys. You can just hit them with Plexus. You want to expose them to Plexus. These aren't strangers. Now, for strangers, we've got another kind of something that we do. But
so you're talking a warm market, right? Warm market.
Yeah, people who, and sometimes people think warm market, they think their inner circle, their family. Of course, this is your friends, the people in your church, warm market like that. But There's people that have been on your Facebook friends list for a long time that can be considered your warm market. They already know you. You know, you don't really need to harvest that friendship with that person. You can expose them right away. And how I do it is I just say, hey, here's what I'm doing. I'm really excited about it. Here's why I love it. And here's why I think you're going to love it. And that doesn't need to be a big, long, drawn-out thing, because, you guys, I got a testimony that I can talk to you about hours because the Plexus has done so much for me. But people don't need to hear all that, okay? So maybe I would say, hey, Sally, I have been using these products. I really love that they're easy, they're convenient, they balance your body and make me feel great. I think this is something that you would really be interested in. Would it be okay if I sent you some information? That's it. That's it. Because I piqued their interest, like, oh, this is easy, this is natural, this is something I might be interested in. Sure, I'll open up a little bit and take in some information. If they ignore you, that's okay. It usually comes down to timing for people. Let's follow up with them later. But let's just say that Sally said, yeah, sure, information's fine. What would I do next? Well, then I would ask Sally, okay, I want to send you the right information. I want to recommend the right products for you. So would you mind just telling me what areas of your health need some help? And that's it. Let her answer. You can connect anything that Sally is going to say to you to the triplex combo. And if you're somebody who likes to add that kind of validation with some facts and some different things, Google it. You can Google anything. Maybe Sally says, you know what? I have been overweight for a while. I also suffer from migraines. You can Google weight loss or weight gain and gut health. You can Google migraines and gut health. You can Google just about anything Sally's going to tell you with gut health, and you're going to find an article that you can use as that kind of validation. And you're going to say, I know exactly what can help you. So right there, you're making her feel like, okay, I'm getting excited. You know what I need, right? Because most people don't know what they need. So I know what can help you. Can I send you a quick video about the triplex combo? This is what I use personally, and I think that you're going to love this. Sally's going to say, sure. Maybe you say, hey, do you got a couple minutes for a quick video? She says, sure. You send her, and the one that I love the most right now is this Jennifer Pickett's quick triplex video.
That's the one I use too.
I love that. And it's just short because people are busy, you guys. Don't send them this hour-long triplex video or product video. I really, really like that one. So you're going to send that. And then you're going to say, does this sound like something that you could do? Does this sound like something that you would be interested in trying? And if Sally says yes, y'all stop talking, okay? So many of you guys talk yourself out of a sale. If Sally says yes, we're going to get Sally on the website. And I say the same thing that I'm going to say to Sally that I say to everybody. I'm going to say Plexus is so affordable, but I'm going to save you a ton of money. And you're going to walk Sally through the wholesale process.
Okay, you just made that sound so easy. So easy. So I now have 1,000 more questions. Okay.
Sure.
I do love how you keep the focus all on that person. Like, you are not talking about you. And like you were telling me the other day, at this point, you probably have 500 testimonies just for yourself. But you're not telling everybody what it's done for you, because people, honestly, they don't care. And I tell people this all the time. People don't usually know my story. They usually don't, unless I did a 3-way call with one of my team members, prospects, and I share my story. I probably can count on one hand how many times in all of my years of Plexusing that someone has asked me, what has Plexus done for you? Mm-hmm. People don't care. They want to know what it's going to do for them. That's what's going to pique their interest, not what it's done for you. So I do love that even from that first message, you're not talking about you, even though there's 1,000 things you could say that it's done for you, because it really has changed your life. And I've watched that transformation. It's amazing. But people they want to know what it's going to do for them. So I love that. That was a really good tip. Okay. So you are talking to Sally, and
Okay.
Sally says, sure, you can send me some info. Or you're talking to Sally and you say, so what are your health goals? I want to send you the right information that's specific to you. I want to recommend the right products. And then crickets. Well, what do you do then?
Well, I think it's important for y'all to know that this happens to everybody. It happens to all of us. It doesn't matter how good you are at connecting with people. Sometimes they just pull the Houdini and they just disappear. And a lot of times it comes down to just people are busy, you guys. Give people the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't necessarily mean that you said something that should have offended them, that they hate network marketing and they hate Plexus. It's usually just because they're busy. I cannot tell you how many times I have looked at a message, but I wasn't able to answer, and I could just see or hear people in my mind thinking, "Oh, Kodie, I see Kodie's bubble. She's seen that. She's seen it. What does that mean?" You guys don't do that to yourself. You'll drive yourself crazy, okay? So people are busy. It happens. Another thing, I'm going to give you guys an example, and I don't even know if Fallon knows this, but she followed up with me like, I don't know, one time after I messaged her, reached out to her. She followed up with me, and when she followed up with me, I did not have my paycheck yet, honey, and I did not have any money, but I was too prideful to say, I'm sorry, I don't have any money right now, so I just ignored her. I totally ignored her. So maybe it's money. Maybe they're busy. Whatever it is, you guys. Somebody ignores you, it's okay. Keep following up with them, because until they say, lady, leave me alone, then you're going to keep following up with them. And that's what I do. I keep following up with people. And I'm still following up with people that I started talking to when I began my journey in 2015. Circumstances change. You never know. So I went back, and this took me a while today, but I wanted to share this with you guys. Oh, my battery's running. I'm going to have to plug this up. I went back and I found the beginning of the conversations that I've had with a couple of my rock stars, you guys. And I followed up with these people, and they're rock stars on my team right now. I followed up with one of them, Christine Crowell, and I asked her permission to share this with y'all. But I reached out to her for the first time November 30th of 2015, shortly after I began. My first response from Christine was in February. I followed up with her 2 weeks later. She says she's going to join on Thursday. So I followed up with her on Thursday, okay? Didn't hear nothing back. That was March 10th. Followed up with her on the 11th. I followed up with her on the 13th. I followed up with her on the 18th, the 22nd, the 23rd. Totally ignored me. 26th, I invited her to an event. Still nothing, you guys. April 1st, followed up. April 4th, she messaged me, hey, I'm fixing to join. Okay, honey, let's get you on the website. Again, she pulled a Houdini on me. 10th, 17th, 23rd, followed up with her, nothing. And then she joined on the 28th. You guys, I followed up with her like, I don't know how many times that is, 18? And she told me about half of those.
Yeah. All right. So what are you saying with these follow-ups, though? Obviously, you're not saying the same thing over and over. You're like, hey, Christine, where are you? Ready to get started? Ready to get started? Got any questions? Let me answer your questions.
Yes. Okay. So that's a really good point. So when I follow up with somebody, I'm trying to go back to the same system that I just told you guys earlier. So I'm figuring out what their issue is. Then I want to send them a video. Then I want to connect it to the triplex. I want to move through those steps. Okay. So wherever she falls off is where I stay. So if she falls off after I said, okay, you want the products because you're looking for some weight loss, or you have a bad gut, or whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to send you some triplex information. Can I send you some info? Nothing. Okay, so say she stops there. So I'm going to say, hey girl, I know you're having some issues with your gut health. I really want to send you this article that I found today. Made me think of you. I'm going to kick her that article, okay? Hey, get with me if you have any questions. Nothing. I'm going to follow up with her again. Hey, Christine. I'm so excited to help you get your gut health better, because that's something that I dealt with. I have a lot of friends who have the same issue. Let's get you started. I would love to send you some more information, whatever you need. I'm here for you. Nothing. You guys keep on doing that. You got to keep on keeping on with the conversation. But all the while, you guys, I am going to Christine's Facebook page. I am liking and commenting on her stuff, whatever it is. She just gave her dog a haircut. Honey, I'm going to comment on, I'm going to say, your dog is so cute. Because I love dogs, of course. And I care about Christine's belly, right? We care because we want to help people. But I want Christine to know that I'm still here. Okay, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm ready when she's ready, right? So some people say, well, that's a little bit pushy when you're messaging people and you're following up and maybe they're ignoring you or whatever. But it's not. If you genuinely care and you genuinely want to help people, it's not being pushy, you guys. They need that nudge. People have found it so easy to give up on themselves, to not believe in stuff anymore. So you have to have that for them. Have that excitement, have that belief, and they will come around. They will come around. Just don't give up, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. I have people that I have followed up with for over a year that finally joined me. And, I get messages from people saying, thank you, Brittney, for not giving up on me. Thank you for being, and this is exact wording. I've had more than one person say this. Thank you for being persistent, but not pushy. Because when you're adding value to people, you don't come off as pushy. You only come off as pushy if you are focused on yourself. But if you're really focused on that person, like you have something that's going to help them, you don't come off as pushy, especially if you're commenting on their dog's haircut. Right?
Yeah, but let me just say something about that too. Because I've heard another objective, I don't want people to think I'm just trying to sell them something. Listen to me. We are helping people, and we have something that can help everybody. If somebody feels like you're just reaching out to them because you just want to sell them something, whose problem is that? That's not my problem. That's their problem, right? I'm offering hope and health and happiness. If they don't want it, that's okay. But it's my job to give them the opportunity to say yes. You see what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. So don't let that bother you. You're responsible for the effort, not the outcome. I go to sleep every night, no matter what somebody says, that I feel like I did my job by presenting it to them.
Exactly. I love that. Yes, definitely. Okay. Let me see. Let me look at my list of questions here. Okay. What if it's somebody that you just added as a friend on Facebook?
So this is really important to remember, is that it takes time to cultivate a relationship, okay? We talked about people being on your friends list for years and different things. Following you for weeks is different. But a total stranger, it takes time. And they say in an average is you're going to reap the benefits of whatever you start today 90 days later or something. I don't know how true that is in this situation, but it does take time. So when you add someone to your Facebook page, they're a total stranger. You are starting from scratch. You want to get to know this person, right? Is this somebody that you even want to work with? You don't know. So you want to go to their page, check stuff out, like and comment on their stuff. Find a reason to start a conversation, okay? If you can't find one single thing that you like about this person, this is not somebody that you need to have on your Facebook page anyway, right? So find something. You can always find something. And if you can't find something good in everybody, then I don't know, maybe you need to work on that, right? But find there's always a reason to message somebody, and you want to have a casual conversation. We're just having a conversation, just a couple of gals getting to know each other, right? But you need to remember to use every opportunity, and there will be many opportunities, to bring Plexus into that conversation. So if you're talking to Jane, and Jane is saying, you say, hey, Jane, hey, girl, how you doing today? And she says, oh, gosh, I can't wait to get off of work. You're going to say, Jane, why are you still working at that place? You hate it. I have a business opportunity. You know that I'm in business. My whole business is helping people get into business for themselves. Like, what are we doing here? Let me send you some information. Would that be okay? Find opportunities to add plexus to the conversation. If Jane says, I got a headache today, oh, girl, I know all about that. Do you know that my business is helping people feel better? I know all about headaches. That's gut related. I've got a pain relief line that's natural. Are you into natural health products? Find a way in. There's always a way in, but don't let opportunities pass you by.
Mm-hmm. So you're trying to strike up a conversation with them casually before you mention plexus, like no direct approach.
Not with a total stranger. And I think, and I use this analogy that you wouldn't jump out from behind a bush at a strange cat, right? And say, I want to pet you. The cat's going to run away. It's going to freak them out, right? It's the same thing with plexus. You don't just want to come out of nowhere. They don't know you from Adam. And you're just like, let me tell you about my plexus. They're going to be freaked out. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. Don't do that. You want to cultivate a relationship, and that takes time.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And you know what, I find that the way that my personality type builds relationship best is not really through private message. It's more through commenting on their stuff. I feel like when people post something on Facebook, they're posting it because it's important to them. And so if I'm engaging with them on something that's important to them, then that shows them that I care. But if I were to try to reach out to somebody and just strike up a conversation with a perfect stranger that I didn't know for no reason, I feel like I would totally come off as, like, oh, she just, like, well, let's get to the point here. What do you really want, because that's just not me. But you are definitely a red, and you might be way more of a, are you plugging in over there?
My computer was about to die, so I was doing it swiftly.
Okay. Well, so anyway, I like to comment on people's stuff for a while, and that way they kind of get to know me, because I post on Facebook every single day. So if I'm commenting on their stuff, they're seeing my stuff, and that way I know that they are at least getting to know me. And I feel like if they've at least seen my post for several weeks or a month, if they've at least seen my post, they know that I have integrity and that I'm not a crazy person. So if I do reach out to them about plexus, it will be better received than if I just friend them and immediately start talking to them about plexus,
Yeah. Because you're not a stranger. Once you start like showing up in their comments and you're just really like trying to talk to them like a normal person, you're not a stranger anymore. And once you move out of that stranger zone, then it's okay to expose them to plexus because you want to help them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's really important to add value to their lives in some way before you reach out about plexus, unless it just comes up naturally. If they're talking about, pollen season, getting to them, there's your foot in the door. You have something that can help that. So that's a good tip. All right. Let's see. Okay. What if someone says, thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not interested. They at least didn't ignore you. They didn't, just completely act like you're not a dignified human being, but they're not interested. What do you say then?
I'm going to say that's okay. Remember, I'm looking for people who are looking for me, okay? And if they ain't looking for me, that's okay. It's about timing. I'm going to say, that's okay. Hey, I appreciate your time, but if you know anybody who's really ready to take control of their health, get healthy and feel better, would you please pass on my information?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. And then when that person, when they start to think, oh, I'm thinking about getting myself together, they're going to remember that I wasn't that person and then say, oh, well, to heck with you then. I kind of left it at professional. Hey, I'm just here offering this to everybody. If this ain't for you, that's okay, but I'm here if you know anybody who needs it. But this is another a lesson kind of about the same thing. If you message somebody and they're using a competitive product, this has stopped some people in their tracks, right? They don't know what to say. Maybe you message somebody and they say they're using a competitive product. What do I say? I say, hey, how's that working for you? That's it. Let them answer. If they say, oh, I've lost so-and-so pounds and I feel awesome, I'm going to say, I am so happy that you found something that works for you. That's it. Have a great day. That's it. But if they say, I've been using this stuff for 6 months and I'm not noticing anything and it's so expensive, and then I'm going to say, have you thought about trying something different, something more natural, something a little bit more convenient, cleaner, whatever it is. And then I'm going to start a conversation with them about that.
Yes. Yep. Good tip. A lot of times when people say they're not interested, they don't know what they're not interested in. They don't even know what Plexus is. They just don't want to, they don't really want to take the time. They're busy, like you said earlier. Sometimes I will just flat out say, okay, cool. Would it be okay with you if I told you why I thought you'd be interested in it? Because most people don't really understand what they're saying no to. And I've never had anyone say no at that point. They're always like, sure, you can tell me why you thought it'd be interesting. And then other times I'll do exactly what you just said. Sometimes I'll just kind of indirectly share anyway. Like, if you know anybody with headaches or digestive issues or skin problems, hit me up because I know something that can help, Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely good ways to handle that. I'm not interested. Okay, and then when do you follow up with those not interesteds?
If someone tells me that they're totally not interested, I'm going to keep them on my list. I'm going to keep them on my radar. I would probably give it, I would say not follow up with that person within the next month. You want to give people time. If they're not interested right now, they're going to be interested someday, but you want to keep them on a list. I have all of my my non-Plexus friends or whatever potentials list on Facebook. So I go through there for those people who are not interested or those people who are ignoring me, and I have them on a list so that I can go there and comment and like their stuff. So they're still seeing my posts. So maybe I will spark their interest. But I would wait. I would do a month.
Okay. Yep. That's a good tip. I usually do like 6 to 8 weeks on a not interested, because you never know when something's going to change for somebody. You never know. They could have got on the scale that morning. They could have got paid that day. They could have. I'm recording a video, babe. Go in there. I'm recording a video. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay. Go in there. I'm recording a video. Okay. Go in there. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
I'm really glad we can do this from home in between all the mom and stuff. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Okay, 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, you don't ever know when something's going to change for somebody. So they could have got a bad report at the doctor. They could just be fed up with having to call into work one more day for that time of the month or whatever, You just never know when something's going to change. So what do you say when you follow up with a not interested?
Hey, I know that you weren't exactly interested a month ago or whatever, but I really think that you would like these products. I would love to just send you just a quick little bit of information. I'm just sending out some information to some friends. Would it be okay if I sent you something also? I think that people like to know that other people are interested and that other people are taking a look at it too, and that kind of makes them feel like, okay, maybe if other people are doing it, maybe I should do it. That's just kind of the society that we live in, right?
Yeah.
So using that word also is important.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's like Big Al talks about saying, well, most people do the triplex or, using that phrase, most people, this is what most people do. Because, it just triggers something in their brain. They're thinking, well, most people, I'm most people. I'm not, like these people or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, let me think. Let me look at this list. Okay, so you're making it sound really simple. It really is just a simple process of reaching out, figuring out what someone's needs are, whether it's with their health or their finances, and then you're showing them through a process of follow-up how Plexus can meet whatever their need is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, how do you close the deal? They're interested. They want to do it. How do you make them jump on board with you?
This is my favorite part, and this is the part that most people forget.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, you just have to stop talking. You need to think, like, listen for the cues or watch for the cues, right? When they're ready, when they're like, okay, does this sound like something that you would be interested in? Does this sound like something you could do? And they say yes. Then you say, okay, awesome. I say the same thing. I say, Plexus is totally affordable, but I can save you a ton of money. Do you have 5 minutes to sign up? Do you have 5 minutes right now to sign up? And I'm going to get them on the website, or I'm going to get them on the phone. And if you can get them on the phone, that's so much better, because I can tell you that if you say, okay, here's my website and here's what you're going to do, and you're sitting there and you're like watching your email, right? You're like hoping it comes through, and it either doesn't come through, or they did something wrong, or they joined with something weird or whatever, their convenience order was off or something like that. Walking them through on the phone is always the best bet. You'll never find somebody, if they're on the computer, something happens and they're like, I don't know. But if they're on the phone with you, that usually doesn't. I've never had somebody back out on the phone with me. But I have had people back. I've had people all the way to the point where they're saying, what should my website be? Like, what should my name on my website be? And I say, oh, just use your name. And it never comes through. Like, if you can get to that point, like, especially in the old way you used to do it, that was the last thing that you did. But people stop. Get them on the phone, and they won't do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you close the deal, right? You're like, okay, do you have 5 minutes right now? We can go ahead and get you started. Then what if they say nothing? What do you do then?
If they say nothing, I go back. My next follow-up would be like, hey, I know that you were so excited to get started. I know that you were so excited to lose that weight or to be free from those migraines or whatever it is, because I want them to know that I was hearing what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I still believe this can help them. When can we get together? When can we connect? 5 minutes. I know you're busy. I want to get you started. I want to get these products in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Like okay. And so you're going to do that how often at that point? After you know they're interested, they're ready, but they haven't joined yet, then how often are you going to message? And what are you going to say?
I'm going to do my initial follow-up probably that night. Then I'll do it the next day. And then I'll probably do it like, I don't know, a week. I would wait a week and follow up again. Hey, let me know when we can get together and do this. I know that you were really excited. I want to continue to remind the person that they were excited. Mm-hmm. I want to continue to remind the person that we found the right combo for them that's going to make them feel better, and that I'm going to mention whatever reason they wanted to join me in the first place. The headaches or the weight loss or whatever it was. I know that you want to be free from this. I want to get these products to you as quickly as possible. There's no reason for you to be suffering anymore. And that creates that sense of urgency. And that's what you want, is that urgency. That's when people are going to do it now, right? But not a lot of people have that. You have to create it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that. Such a good tip. Okay, let's see. What if it's somebody who has been on your list for a while, like you've been Facebook friends for a long time, but you don't know this person. Like, you don't know if they've seen your post or not. You've never seen their posts. So would you treat that person like a cold market?
No, I would just message them. Something like, I think I wrote a couple of these down. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I would just say, hey, I'm sending some friends info today about body balancing health supplements. It's almost summer. Can I send you some info also? And that's it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't necessarily have to know the person. If they're on your friends list, they're on there for a reason. At some point, they liked your hairdo, or they, whatever it was, however you guys got connected, you're not a stranger. And you might not know the person, but I think it's okay to expose them to Plexus right away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What about chicken listers? Do you even have a chicken list, Kodie Helmer? You probably don't.
Not anymore, no. But I did. I did have a chicken list, and one of my rock stars now was on my chicken list. And it takes a while to build up the courage to do that, right? I totally get that, but that comes with belief. If you're not able to reach out to anybody about plexus, you have to have that rock solid belief and be able to be okay with a no. That's the part that people get hung up on, is that no is so devastating and they just can't take it, so they'd rather just not say anything. That's the worst thing you could say, is nothing at all, right? Mm-hmm. But so a chicken lister, it depends. Do I think this chicken lister would be good with the business, which is probably why they're on my chicken list, right? They're probably already successful. They're probably already influential. So I would just say, hey, I would love to share these products with you. I think that you would love them. I love them. I love that they're natural and convenient and easy and all of those things. I would love to share some information with you today. I'm sending some friends out some info. Can I send you something real quick for you to take a look at? Something like that.
Okay, cool. So it's pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. It's really the same with everything. And I do it the same with each person. Like everything that I'm telling you guys, I do this over and over and over and all day long. And people are ready at different times. Some people you'll have to follow up 4 times. Some people you have to follow up 18 times, like Christine Crowell. You just never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The people that are on my team that are the strongest leaders, I followed up with them for a long time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it. Yeah. A long time.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And one of them, even she was already on the products and loved the products. And I followed up with her about the business for over a year. So she's definitely a rock star now. Okay. So would you say that you almost always lead with the products? When do you ever lead with the biz?
You know, this is something that I do feel like I need to work on myself, is leading with the business more, because the business is just as amazing as the products are, you guys. I have no trouble getting somebody on with the products and then getting them to share. I have no trouble with that. But as far as leading with the business, I'm probably not your gal. But I do think that it's worth mentioning right out of the gate, because I've heard Chris McCall, he said this on video real recently. He said, if you present the products, just people to join you with the wholesale products, you're going to end up with an organization full of people who are taking the products wholesale, right? So that's really important, is for us to be exposing people to the business early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And it's definitely more involved to talk about the business, because, people, if you're talking about the products, you're getting someone on the products. All they're investing really is their money. But if you are getting someone to invest in the business, it's not just about the money. They're investing themselves, right? Their reputation, their energy, their time, all of that. And so it's definitely more involved and takes more of a commitment from somebody to, work the business and join you in the business opportunity than it does with the product. So it's definitely easier to lead with the products. I would say all of the top earners, that I think a lot of them would say, and I'm not talking about just Flexes, I mean industry-wide, network marketing in general. When I listen to top earners, they almost always lead with the business. So, but I have heard Diamond say, that they lead with the products mostly because Plexus is different. It's a product-driven business. And like you said, it's really easy when someone loves the products to get them to share, because that's all you have to do. And the business oftentimes happens organically. And so that is often my approach as well. Try to get people to share. But if I know that someone would be amazing, then I do always mention the business, because I love the products. I would say the business has changed my life even more than the products. And you just never know when somebody's ready for a change. And oftentimes it takes a leader to believe in a person before that person can even believe in themselves. And if you're constantly pouring that belief into them, oh my gosh, you'd be amazing, you totally can do this, things like that, then eventually they'll take a chance with you, right?
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with that. You have to people, they need to know that you believe in them, and that's something that a lot of people are lacking, is that belief in themselves. But if you have that for them, that's kind of a motivator that gets them to want to get it involved. Oh, if you think I could do this, okay, I'm going to give this a try. But as far as the business goes, the way that I do it is when I add them with the wholesale products, I'll say right out of the gate, I'll say, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on your decision to take control of our health. You've joined an awesome team. Our team is rocking. People are excited about these products, but they're also excited about the business opportunity. And I'm really, I'm here to help people. So do you know 3 people that we could help get started on these products with you? And that's a question that I like to ask. And many people will say yes. My mom could use this. My sister could use this. My friend at church could use this. And you get the business rolling that way. And then the first thing I have them do is post on Facebook. I'll say, awesome. I set the bar really low. Let's make a post. Let's just see what happens. Maybe you won't get any comments. Maybe you'll get 10. Maybe you get 20. I don't know. But it's worth a shot. Let's just see if anybody's interested. That's kind of how I get the ball rolling.
Yeah, definitely. So I do very much similar to that. I mean, when I'm on the phone with people, I think good duplication starts right there at that very first phone call. And I always want to know what their goals are. Why are they joining wholesale? And I will just ask them, what are your goals with this? You want to get your products cheaper, or are you interested in getting your products paid for, or are you interested in covering your house payment? Or would you like to go to Hawaii? Because all of those things are totally possible, but I just need to know what your goals are so that I can best support you in that. And then whatever their answer is, I just kind of meet them where they're at. And I will always just try to push them just a little bit further than where they currently are. So if they're saying, well, I just want to try it for now, I just want to see how it goes, and if I love the products, then I might think about sharing, then I'm going to say, oh my gosh, it's so easy to get your products paid for. So if you love the products, just keep that in the back of your mind. We could totally get you to silver, and that would be no problem at all. I can totally help you every step of the way. If someone's telling me, okay, well, I think I'm interested in getting my products paid for, what do I need to do? I'm talking to them about gold. I'm going to talk to them about, an extra $500 a month or an extra $1,000 a month, So I'm always kind of gauging where they're at and just kind of push them a little bit further than that. Unless, obviously, if it's someone who I, totally see diamond potential, then I'm going to let them know, I really could see you at the top of this company. I mean, you totally could do this, But at this point, most of the people that are joining me, I don't know very well. So there's, I just kind of meet them where they're at, engage that, and try to get them off to a strong start right there from that very first phone call, just by figuring out where they are, where they want to go.
I love that you said, I can help you get there. If that's what you want to do, I can help you get there, because we really are selling ourselves, right? People believe that we're going to lead them to success with the products. When we're doing our follow-ups and we're trying to get them on board, we're selling ourselves. I know what's going to help you feel better. And then you're going to present them with the triplex opportunity. Same with the business. We are on one of the fastest growing teams in the entire company. I would love to get you involved in this. Something like that. You want to sell yourself, right? I can lead you to wherever you want to go with that, with whatever goals you have.
And don't ever be afraid to ask someone, have you ever thought about working the business at all? Or have you considered supplementing your income? Because I have found, I used to be really scared to ask that question, but I'm not now, because what I found is that 99% of the time, they've already thought about it before you even ask. They're not, they weren't born yesterday. They know that Plexus comes with a business opportunity. They have already thought about it, and they already have some objection in their mind, usually, unless they're talking to you about the business first. Then usually they have some sort of limiting belief that you as a leader will have to help them work through. It could be they're thinking they're not a salesperson. They're thinking they don't have enough time. Whatever the case may be, you can overcome those objections. So that would be another skill that you would need to learn, which is a whole different call. This was about recruiting, right? So we're going to stay on topic. Okay, so Kodie, you're making it sound so easy. And so it is really tempting when people hear and they see your success and they see those new joins rolling in and they see you on the top enrollers on the leaders board, all of that stuff. You make it look so easy. So I just want you to give people an idea of what does your workload look like? How many people a day are you reaching out to? What is the ratio of people that respond to you? Because I know everybody's looking at Kodie thinking, oh, well, Kodie's getting everybody on board. Everybody responds to Kodie. She's getting 9 out of 10 responses over there. So what does it look like for real?
Okay, so I follow the action stack. I wish I had one. Everybody, this might go on YouTube. Okay. The action stack is really simple. It's like you reach out to 5 new people a day. 3 new contacts? Yeah, 5 people a day. I follow this. This is what I do. A lot of people use this, but the thing is you guys, I attack it in a confident, excited, you would be crazy not to join me on this opportunity kind of way. And I think that me not giving up and just being persistent and continuing to follow up with people coupled with being excited, right? People want to join somebody who is excited and having a good time, right? Have you ever been to like the drive-through and you get that gal that's like handing you your food and she's like acts like she hates her life because she's just so like down and out, like, do you want a chicken sandwich? Like, no, like that ruins my whole, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't be that person, because you're not going to want to join somebody who acts like they're not having a good day. So if you're not having a good day, take a second and get yourself together, honey. But when you message people, be excited and be confident. And that confidence is going to come as you continue to do the things that you're supposed to be doing. You get success, you build your belief, right? You have to have solid belief in what you're doing so people can feel that. But I really think that's it. Just following the action stack. But going back to what you said, I kind of went south, but going back to what you said, I don't get, everybody doesn't message me back, you guys. People ignore me all the time. I don't get a lot of no's though, and I think that comes from my confidence and my excitement. I do a lot of voice messages so that people can hear me. And I don't, if I'm in a funk, you guys, because it happens, this is not all traipsing through the tulips. Running your own business is hard. But if I'm having one of those moments, I'm not going to message people right now. Okay. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to read a book or do something else that's going to help me in my business. But messaging people is not it. You have to be able to turn it on, okay? That's part of it. You turn it on, you get happy, you get excited. I like to listen to music sometimes before I work or while I'm working. That kind of helps me stay in a good mood. But people can feel that. They're not going to want to join you if you're not feeling excited and happy and confident.
Yeah. So do you have any idea what your ratio of response would be? Would it be like 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10?
I would say that I probably get, I don't know, I'd say 75% of people message me back.
Oh, that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
75%.
Yeah, and I think that some days it's more. Some days I don't get people ignoring me. I can get a conversation going. I think it's because of that confidence. I'm bold. I'm confident. It wasn't always like that. That comes with practice, right? That's a learned skill, just like everything else. Confidence. But just being excited, you guys, being happy and excited. I mean, when you talk to somebody and you leave a conversation and you feel kind of drained, and then you talk to somebody else and you leave a conversation and you're like, that was great, right? Yes. You want people to feel like they leave the conversation with you feeling good about themselves, having some kind of hope that this can help them, right? Or that they can have that happy lifestyle that you're living.
Awesome. All right. So this was so good, Kodie. Thank you so
I
much.
hope it helps.
Yes, I know it's going to help a lot of people. I learned some stuff, and I'm so glad you took the time to share this with us. So happy recruiting, y'all. And thank you again, Kodie Helmer, rock star over here, number 18 on the leaders board.
Don't give up, you guys. Keep going. Don't give up.
Yes, definitely. And have fun. We're having fun. Are y'all having fun? Because we're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop recording, y'all. Good night. Thank you so much again, Kodie. Bye.